Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. It's been quite a while since I've put a video up. My lighting in here is pretty bad. I just have the one ceiling light, but that's what we're going to have to deal with right now. I've read quite a few books since my last video, and I'm going to try something new this time. It's going to be kind of like a read-along, but not really. It's going to be me just jumping in like after certain points and just letting you know what I'm thinking about this book. Right now what I'm reading is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hoang. Not entirely sure. But it was rated one of the top romance books of this year, 2018. And I heard a lot of good things about it and I wanted to try it. So here I am. Okay, so what this book is about, it follows Stella Lane, who is a very successful, fairly rich woman who also just happens to have Asperger's. It's also referred to as autism in the book. She is being pressured by her mom. I guess she wants to start a relationship, and her mom wants to have grandchildren. So I guess this is kind of what sparks everything. She's not had very successful time in dating relationships or anything like that. Please excuse my reflection in my glasses. I'm trying to turn my head to keep it out of the way, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe if I just, there, now I can't see anything. So she wants to work and try to get better in relationships, and especially in the sexual part of relationships, to move forward and eventually just, I guess, satisfy her mother with grandchildren. So she ends up looking for a escort online, and it's mainly just to teach her how to do everything. And so he pretty much stays with her and works her through some stuff. And just like any other romance, starts out like it's gonna be, they're wanting it to just be business, and then they just end up falling for each other. That's what it seems like in this book so far. And then that's fine, but it's very predictable. Like, you already know how it's going to end. So I'm hoping throughout the whole thing I'm going to be pleasantly surprised, but I'm not going to be upset if it ends the way I think it's going to end, just like everything else. So hoping for a twist. When I first started reading the book, I was really put off by the mom and how uncomfortable she made me with her pretty much telling her to just go ahead and have grandchildren because that's what she wants. It seems like that's what she's pretty much focused on, and I really didn't like that, but that's just me, and I'm not all about that because that's just not how my life is going to go. Another part, the very beginning, is her co-worker Philip. He's a little too nosy, really uncomfortable. He's kind of like the guy that you don't want to be left alone with in the office, just because he seems that he's that creepy guy. So hopefully he doesn't play too much of a role in the book, and so far he hasn't. I'm about halfway through, and it's pretty much playing out how I would have expected, minus the money part that's involved. Michael, who is the hired escort, easily falls for Stella because of her beauty and how careful he has to be with her. Among some other things. And after the first few lessons that they've had together, there wasn't much to show for it. Stella then offers a new proposal, which would be a practice boyfriend and a practice relationship, and the pay would be pretty hefty, $50,000 for a month. First month was going to be for a trial, and if they want to continue through for some more, then she would continue the $50,000 payment a month. He accepts it. So I'm at the point where she's already met his family, and at this point he is pretty much going to be staying with her. So he's staying the night this time, as far as I've got. So I'm just now to chapter 21, and that's about 60 some percent of the way through. We're to the point where we know for sure that Stella likes Michael. Shocker. And she wants more with him. Who would have guessed? But Michael also wants the same, but not really saying anything. Stella has already told Michael that she's going to be the clingy type, and he seems to be okay with it, except he's not saying anything about it. Because he's continuing on with what he's doing, because I guess he doesn't really think that she's really going to stick through with that. I'm not really sure. But whatever's happening, things are still going on. And there's something that's supposedly like really strange with his dad, which I'm kind of excited to learn about if we even get that far. We know that he's up and left the family, and he's not super great, and he's, a serial cheater. But I'm really looking forward to knowing what else is making his dad a bad guy that he keeps hinting at, but we don't really know, unless that's really what it is. And then if he's only a cheater and just up and left the family, then I'm kind of let down about it. But we'll find out. It is around 7 o'clock in the morning. I just got off work. I actually finished the Kiss Quotient while I was at work. Oops. Boy, am I shiny. But I'm home now. I've changed into my pajamas. I'm going to finish this little bit of my little deal that I did. Go finish taking off my makeup, doing my nightly routine, except in the morning. I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to start reading something else. So, Michael, agrees to go to this benefit with Stella. He met her parents. But while he was there, one of his old clients, who happens to be, get this, creepy guy Philip's mother, she shows up and made things super awkward. After the awkwardness, Michael leaves, Stella follows, so they had like a breakup. And, Stella goes back in, Michael leaves and goes to her house, gets all of his things, and pretty much kind of erases himself from her home. And, that's secretly killing both of them. Oh, yeah. We did find out about Michael's dad, which was really underwhelming. I was looking for, he murdered some of his hookers that he hired or something like that, or some of his wives that he's, taken on since he's flew the coop on Michael and his sisters and his mother. But no, he's just a normal old run-of-the-mill con artist. It's whatever. It's stupid. Very underwhelming, not what I was expecting, and not what I was hoping for. And really, this is just going to be super short. All in all, so Michael's having a really hard time getting over Stella because he really wants her to actually be his girlfriend. Maybe a little more. He saw Philip, the creepy guy, try and kiss her, and she didn't want it. So he went over and pretty much was like, hey, leave her alone, and gave him a black eye. Which was pretty cool, but also not his place. But so Michael's now sending flowers, asking her to go to, dinner with him every night, telling her that he's missing her. Almost stalkerish, kind of creepy, but I guess there's still something between them, and they both know it, so it's not as bad. Even though she is trying to make herself get over him. Unsuccessfully, but she's trying to, but she's having a hard time, and he's, I guess, coming to terms with how he's feeling about her. She's trying to figure out why he's doing this and keeps keeps referring to his actions as, pitying her. like she's a charity case, which I'm pretty sure she's said charity case in the book, trying to make herself change it all. But all in all, in the end, it ends exactly how we always thought it would. You know, they get back together. 3 months from now, he's, you know, going to propose to her. He's already told her that because she doesn't like surprises. And, you know, it's just the love story that you know. And it's probably not going to change no matter what kind of book it is. If it's a romance, they're going to be like, they're just going to end up together at the end. But one thing I will say that I noticed about this book that I appreciate is the difference of the main character, of Stella. Because it is bringing up the importance that even though somebody does have a diagnosis, especially in this situation, autism or Asperger's, that they're just normal people. They have jobs, they have feelings, they have, houses, they have cars, they've got their own life. And it's bringing a normalcy to it, which is refreshing, especially, I don't know, compared with some of the other books. But, I mean, that aspect, I really like it. It's really different in that, but the story, it's the same. But, so I can't remember if I rated this 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. I think I want to say 3. Because, I mean, I do like a romance. It is nice. There was a few steamy parts, but not too steamy. And I appreciated it how it was so careful with, portraying how careful he was with her. I really appreciated that. I liked that. I like being able to read and see how it's building up, especially in those moments, and how caring it is. I like that instead of just, going to town. But all in all, sure, read it. It was good. But predictable, but it was good.